like a skincare queen recently because I've been using sunscreen every day. I actually bought this by mistake because I thought it was this. Because I saw this size and the price and thought, surely it can't be like £20 or whatever it was for this. So I got this and then I was wrong and this was just sunscreen. Put it in my eye. Oh, fuck. Oh. How is everyone's writing projects going? Like, how are you guys? Are you good? I feel like summer is either a really nice time to write or a bit of a tough time to write if you've got kids coming off school holidays and the childcare is going up, or if maybe you're a teacher and the school holidays means that you can work, or maybe like kind of like me, you're so stressed out that you're like, summer, like what is that? But yeah, how's everything going? What's everyone working on? Some of my favorite comments to receive are comments where you guys give me updates about your writing journeys. I love hearing about other people's projects. Like, how are you feeling about them at the moment? Like, what age range are you writing for? What genre? I would say right now my writing update would be excited, loving the work, but stressed if I'm gonna meet my deadline. I reckon I can though. I always stress about my deadlines and then I usually meet them. So yeah. If we get into the nitty gritty, I reckon that if I do maybe like 5 to 6 hours a day straight on it every day, I can do it. But that's quite a lot. Like, that's quite a lot of work. Oh, goodness me. My coffee making process is very simple. I just have to shake it. That wasn't funny. Anyway, subject change. I think edits are difficult. I think writing is difficult, but I was thinking about this with edits because I was in the bath last night. Literally, that's how diary it got. I was like, I need to run a bath to think. So I was like laying in the bath like a fucking sensory deprivation tank. I was like lying in my sensory deprivation tank being like, just seeing, why are these edits causing me so much grief? And what I realised is, bear with me, what I realised is writing is like a constant process of reinventing yourself as you reinvent your work. And I don't know any other sort of art form besides writing, maybe I'm wrong, that is so entirely about admitting your mistakes and admitting you were wrong and like holding your hands up and basically saying like, no, I was wrong actually. Oh no, I didn't mean to say it quite like that. I got my words confused, or no, I wasn't clear the first time, or like, no, I was wrong. If you like editing, you enjoy the process of kind of humbly submitting yourself before the work and being like, how do I make this better? How do I make this better? I don't know which one I prefer. I think in GUTTERWITCH, I think I vastly prefer drafting. I think I enjoyed discovering this world so much. I think the first round of edits was still discovery because the draft changed so much. It was like I was uncovering all these new moments and these new facets of the world that I hadn't even known about. Which I think is so funny when you try and describe that to a non-writer. You're like, oh, I didn't even know this was going to happen. And they're like, what do you mean you didn't know? You wrote it. And you have to kind of go, yeah, but I don't always know everything, or I know very little about what I'm writing before I start writing it. And maybe that's what you like if you're a drafter. You like getting to the end of the draft and finally realising what it is you were actually writing about the whole time. I don't know. But yeah, edits are tricky for me this time, is my really long-winded way of saying that. Stuck and a bit stagnant with them. I think I just feel scared. I feel scared to like crack open this perfect sort of draft that I had. And I mean, it's by no means perfect. As I'm reading it on my Kindle, I can see all the cracks. And I thought by reading it, it would like tempt me into opening the document and starting to edit. And it has, but only line by line. It's the structural edits that are daunting me. But I think it will be fine. Like, I don't know. I just need to get over it and be a big girl and put my big girl writer panties on and start writing. But yeah. I'm a bit nervous. Maybe it's because I'm vlogging that I can't edit because I'm like, feel exposed, but I don't know. Sacrifice I'm willing to make. Hi guys, I'm just on my way to meet some friends. We're gonna meet up for a bit of coffee and just like chats. My friend's another Bloomsbury author. I just finished lunch. That was so cute. We actually only got coffee and just talked and talked and talked, and it was just such a nice little outing. I have a meeting, but I couldn't resist the thought of going to Daunt Books in Marylebone, so I'm just going to run there now. This bookstore is literally so cute. I love going in here. It makes me feel like such a reader. Like, I feel like Waterstones can be a bit corporate, but Dawn, I literally think they're owned by the same person, but the vibes are just curated so well.
Yeah.
I went for the salmon bowl from Farmer J. I've never tried this before. And I always get a side of broccoli because, like, crispy, crunchy, charred broccoli, to me, there's nothing better. Morning, guys. I'm just in my bathroom. I just got back from a morning walk, and today is a bit of a packed day. Interestingly enough, I've got no meetings, which I'm really pleased about, but I've just got a big project that I need to absolutely tackle today. I've basically been put in charge of creating a project brief for like another IP project, which is really exciting. I'm not going to be doing any of the writing this time. I'm literally just overseeing the project and kind of like team managing all the writers involved. I've been quite slow mentally to come back from my holiday. I think it was just such a needed break, but also because I was doing edits until the first week. I feel like I only really had 1 week of holiday, which is still amazing and like was still so nice. So yeah, today I'm easing back into work. Also really excited because I've had through some like cover stuff from my American publisher. So my American editor, Tiff, she's fantastic. She's already sent through the artist options. So I've got like a bunch of portfolios. I've been looking through those. Myself and the team at Random House have basically settled on one artist that we all really love, which is exciting. And because we're working with such a long lead time, meaning that it's July 2025 and my book's not out till March 2027. Fingers crossed that the artist will have like a space to do the artwork in despite being very busy. So yeah, approving cover artists and waiting for an editorial meeting. I'm going to film that for you guys. I've got an editorial meeting with my US editor and my UK editor to touch base. As I'm at the midpoint of my edits, I've just handed a round of structural edits in, and basically I need to see what they thought of it. Hopefully I've not taken a right when I needed to take a left. I've been rereading it on my Kindle and I can even see where like it still needs development, where the pace is slowing. So yeah, I've basically just had a very thoughtful and contemplative week, and I'm awaiting this editorial meeting eagerly. I just had such a nice evening. I read my book. I started Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V. Schwab. I'm enjoying it so far. And then what else did I do? I finished watching K-pop Demon Hunters. I loved that. Oh my gosh, everyone who hyped that up and said it was amazing was 100% correct. Like, that movie just made me feel so much joy, and it unlocked a revelation about this character dynamic in Gutterwitch that's really been I've been wanting to try and, like, it hasn't clicked into place yet. And for some reason, watching K-pop Demon Hunters and the dynamic between the two leads made me think, hang on a second, I know how this should play out. Then I had my bath and read my Kindle, and now I'm gonna go to bed. I've honestly had a really good day. I didn't get everything done that I wanted to get done, but I'm really working on it at the moment, slowing down, not pushing myself really far, working from 9 till 6 in the evening, and just like letting myself off the hook a bit more. Big day tomorrow, big day tomorrow. I have my editorial meeting. I'm so excited. I'm going to take you guys along for that, of course. We'll be discussing my first round of structural edits that I completed on Gutterwitch. I wasn't 100% happy with the work that I handed in, but I know that I can always correct it later. And yeah, I'm just intrigued to see what they say, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Bye. Just come out of my editorial meeting. That was so fun. I realized halfway through that I still had my pimple patches on that I used to, like, for my glasses to sit on, but that's neither here nor there. That was amazing. I literally feel so lucky that my editors are both such warm, kind, intelligent women, and we get on so well. Your editor is like your first port of call in publishing, like within the publishing house. So if I need anything from Bloomsbury UK, I'll email my UK editor. If I need anything from Random House, I'll email my US editor first. So as they are literally your main point of contact, the person guiding you through the whole process, the person reading every single draft of your manuscript and giving you constructive criticism and feedback, that relationship can really like make or break your experience, I do think. And I am basically just feeling very lucky after that call to honestly be buzzing with adrenaline, like, and excitement for continuing to work on this book. I know I've definitely had friends who have experiences with editors that basically kills their drive to work on the book because maybe someone didn't understand it, or maybe someone gave notes that made it feel like they'd missed the whole point of the draft, which is quite demoralizing. So yeah, I'm counting my lucky stars, and I feel really just, yeah, lucky to have landed with two editors who seem to really nail and get the vision of my book and what I'm trying to say. I think that's definitely a skill. It's why I don't think I could be an editor, because I take things quite literally. And so if I'm reading a book, I'm kind of like reading the words on the page, whereas I feel like editors have a really amazing skill where they can sort of see through to the heart of books and know what story you're trying to tell based on like the negative space of the story that you have told. I don't know, I think it's quite a mystical discipline, editorial, and I have a lot of respect for it. So yeah, these two editors are very fantastic, and I just basically got this like giddy feeling while I was in the meeting of that kind of just the joy of the game and the love of writing and just being like, oh my gosh, putting sentences together and forming character motivations and conversations that people can have, you know, literally characters within the book that will reveal more about their backstory and symbolically linking things and sort of like scenes that mirror one another at the beginning and the end, and all of this like fun stuff was floating around in my brain, and I just love that. And I think the last time I truly felt that was honestly before I was even in publishing in any meaningful way, like when it was just me and my laptop in my bedroom writing. And I think any author who's like become a career author will tell you that feeling becomes more and more rare. So when it strikes, I don't want to let it go, and I want to hold on to it and use it to motivate me as much as possible. So today is a day for gratitude and honestly some writing. I think I'm gonna just start writing later because I'm in the mood after that. Okay, I'm so happy. Mwah, chat later. I've got my favourite breakfast at the moment, porridge and cherry jam with a little bit of sugar. How are y'all? How did everyone sleep? I am taking a slow day and a slow morning today because yesterday it was packed with meetings and I started to get a tickle in my throat and I just refused to get sick. I refuse to get sick. My 2024, beginning of 2025 was spent in back-to-back illnesses and it's just, I'm not letting it happen again. I'm literally gonna chill for the morning, read some of my book. It's called A Brightness Long Ago by Guy Gabriel Kay and it's about Renaissance Italy. Now that I'm editing GUTTERWITCH, I'm really into like books that follow one or a few characters really closely, like through a sort of like progression, like a learning and growth journey. I basically just want to read books where the character arc is really extreme and like you watch someone start the book in one place as like a timid, in Joan's case, like a timid scullery maid and end the book as like the greatest witch of her age or whatever. How does that happen to a person? And then I have a book launch later that I'm going to in London, so I'll take you guys with me, of course. It's for my friend Jazz. She's written an incredible romance novel, so we will be going to celebrate her. I've just had this post come through. Should we open it? I have literally no idea what it could be. It's got the Michael Joseph logo, so I'm thinking it's probably a book that they want me to blurb, and I'm trying to think what books are coming out from Penguin Michael Joseph in the next few months. I have no idea. Ooh, I see a spread. I see a sprayed edge. Oh, I know what this is. Okay, right. So we've got a little note. Dear Esme, thank you so much for agreeing to receive a proof. We hope you enjoy. Ooh. The note cards always make me feel so fancy. So this is called The Book of Blood and Roses. And I think it's a sapphic vampire, dark academia. Need I say more? I think this is going to be a bit of a spicy romantasy. I'm very excited. How cool. It's raining outside and so I put on a new jumper that I got. I went charity shopping recently and got this. It has my favorite kind of sleeve, which is quite big, and it's got this adorable fringing on the bottom of it. I'm just getting ready to go out to my friend Jazz's book launch. It starts at 6, it's 5:05. I'm gonna get some food or a little snack before I go and then head over there. Jazz is like the sweetest person ever and her book is a romance, which is so sweet. I'm just so excited to celebrate with her and just, I can't believe the book is coming out. Whenever I have a friend who has a book coming out, you hear about it from so far in advance. So then when the day actually gets there, that their book comes out, you're kind of like, get quite emotional because you're just thinking, I cannot believe that the day is finally here. And as a fellow author, you know how much like hard work has gone into it. So yeah, just very wholesome.